Welcome back to the Seeking Success podcast, the #1 virtual podcast in the world, powered by StockPick. Today, we have a very special guest on. Today, we got Abdullah, who is Mufasa or who is Mustafa?
Abdul, Mufasa, anything.
Okay. All right. Who is Mufasa? A TikToker with over 600,000 followers who covers a variety of different topics when it comes to like masculinity, conspiracy theories, health-related stuff. So it's really interesting, Abdullah. Give us a rundown, bro. What's the story behind this? Who is Mufasa?
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I appreciate you guys for having me on. So essentially, I started in 2020 making content based around, like you said, theories at the time, things that people weren't really dived into. People didn't really have interest in the stuff that I talked about at the time. It was a lot more controversial than it is now. Being that now, a lot more people have woken up to a lot of the things that we talk about. Essentially, it's based around the government, celebrities, Hollywood, the Western world, the corruptness that goes on in the Western world, the corruptness that goes on in the Western world that would cause corruptness in other places as well. Touch on stuff like that. You want me to get more in depth with it, or do you want to like?
I think we'll carry on with this, and then I'm 100% sure we're gonna get into some of these conspiracy theories. So let's just hear your story first, then we'll get into the crazy stuff.
So I started making that type of content. It was more so around the COVID era, the COVID times, whenever all the jobs shut down, the schools shut down, and everyone is everyone it's quarantined, everyone is in their houses, no one knows what to do. And that's whenever I started to do a little bit more research, go into different rabbit holes and see what's going on. And I would come across a lot of things, like a lot of theories, a lot of things that would happen in the Western world, especially, more so in the Hollywood world and the government. And it motivated me because I would watch videos of creators that would talk about things like that on YouTube. So it kind of motivated me. Like, I wanted to also help people seek truth through that type of stuff as well. And I started creating videos on YouTube. And I would take like little clips of the videos from YouTube, and I would just throw it on TikTok. I had no intention of the video going viral or the video reaching a large audience. I would just take clips of that video from YouTube and I throw it on TikTok, because at the time I didn't really have an understanding of what TikTok was. I thought it was like a, musically, like you get on, you do like some dance or music.
Dancing,
I thought it was like something like that. So I just let me just throw this video there for people to see. One time, and then one of the days I woke up, and I'm pretty sure if I can remember, it was the video I talked about contract signing, and that's the first video that went viral. And then what I mean by contract signing is I was basically going in depth with celebrities signing contracts to rap labels, entertainment labels, modeling industries, those types of industries, those higher elite industries in Hollywood. I talked about the contracts that they would have to sign to get into those, and how corrupt these contracts are, how none of them really read the labels, how none of them really read anything. And they end up finding out the truth later on whenever they, dive deep into their label, or they dive deep into the industry that they're going in, whether it's, entertainment, business, Hollywood. And they end up realizing that they signed themselves in a rabbit hole. They signed themselves in something that they didn't understand what it truly was. And that's true. That's why a lot of celebrities, you notice it with a lot of celebrities, a lot of musicians, you realize that they get a lot more depressed as much as they get more success. You know what I mean? So they get more money and they get more fame and recognition, but then you notice they're not as happy, as they were maybe before they signed or when they were on their come up. And that's solely because they don't understand that you're trading something for something else. You're not always going to get full contentment. So you trade, your happiness, trade this positive mindset that you had before for the money and the recognition and the fame. So I talked about that, a little bit of a brief, gave a little bit of a brief understanding to people about how these contracts work and how corrupt they can be.
So wait, let me just ask you something, actually. So, okay, there's two things, right? Like, are you talking about, maybe you're talking about both. Are you talking about, like, how like Lil Wayne got signed and, like, Birdman basically never paid him? Are you talking about stuff like that? Or are you talking about, like, people signing away their souls to, like, the Illuminati to be a part of that, like, is that what you're talking about?
So in terms of signing your soul, I don't necessarily think that it's a literal thing you can do, because, obviously as a Muslim, you can never really give your soul to anybody. It's not something that you can just sell. But in a sense, I think it's like I don't think it's supposed to be taken as literal. I think it's more so supposed to be like you're giving up your happiness, you know what I mean? Like your soul, you're giving up your happiness, you're giving up this lifestyle of freedom in order to kind of like, please the higher ups, the people that you signed to. Like, for example, you brought up Lil Wayne.
For sure.
You're signing this contract to please the people that, gave you this contract. Kanye talked about this. It was very controversial when he talked about it. But he brought it up. He talked about how you're like Michael B. Jordan, all these actors and these musicians, like they'll sign these contracts and they're giving something up in order for them to fulfill the happiness of the higher up people that are giving them the contracts. And you're not necessarily giving your soul. It's not something you can do. Your soul belongs to God. But I feel like you're giving up, something more. You're giving up freedom. You can't really live in a free mindset. You can't live in a positive mindset whenever all you're supposed to be worried about is pleasing someone else. It's like you're on strings, like a puppet, and you're controlled by this industry that's, you're signed to, and you got no say-so. And if you speak up, look at Kyrie Irving, look at Kanye West, look at all these people that they decided to use their voice and speak up, and what they got ridiculed. If you a controversial one, but look at Andrew Tate. They speak up.
Yeah.
And they get
bro, I ain't gonna lie though, bro. Kyrie said some stupid shit, bro. This guy's talking about the world's flat or whatever. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kyrie said certain things that were like, all right, man. Like, you know what I mean?
All right. So in a sense, with the whole Earth's flat stuff, that's not what got him, canceled. That was like some stuff he said like a while back. I don't think
it got a lot of attention though. You know what I mean? Like, I swear, a lot of like some of the main headlines were like, bro, they just labeled Kyrie as like a flat earther now.
Crazy person.
Crazy person. Like,
but that's not necessarily what Kyrie canceled. What got him canceled exactly is that he took this post. He took this. I don't know if it was a book or it was a documentary on Amazon, speaking about the natural Israelites or something. I can't truly remember. And he took it and he reposted it on his Instagram. And that's what kind of like really got him in depth with it, like with the whole cancellation thing. Because he talked about kind of the same thing that Kanye talked about with the whole who runs the world, how the I don't want to point like give I don't want to say religion or anything, but you know what I mean. Who runs everything, who's in charge of everything. He kind of went in that rabbit hole where if you really talk about it, it's very sensitive. And when he didn't say anything. All he did was repost something of it. So if you just repost something,
that's nuts, bro.
You repost something like that, and you get canceled. He lost his deal with Nike. That's millions of dollars down the drain, gone. You know what I mean? His biggest signature shoe for basketball was Kyrie. Like they were pretty big. A lot of people. You know what I mean? So, and then what else happened? He got suspended from the Brooklyn Nets until he would apologize for that.
Yo, bro, didn't he also get into trouble because like he didn't get like the the jab?
So it was like 2 years ago. A lot of people actually faced that, where they forced these celebrities. You have to get the jab, and even then, if you didn't get the jab, they wanted, like I said with the whole puppet thing earlier. When you sign a contract, a lot comes with it, and that's why you saw a lot of celebrities trying to promote the jab. Why were they? They were so persistent to try to get their fans to go.
So you basically said you going viral on TikTok and growing the following was kind of based on accident. You're just sharing your truth, you're sharing your message, and the shit popped off, right?
Yeah.
What changed it from just being something accidental to because now you're kind of replicating it? Like I've seen like some of your recent videos, we got 400,000, 30,000, 60,000, 500,000. Like a lot of them are in the some of them are actually very close to a million. Like what are you doing to replicate the success? Is it the same formula? Are you more strategic with social media now? Let us know the social media side.
So actually, a lot of videos, so you just mentioned like the view counts and stuff. A lot of my videos in the past, I'd say months ago, even last year, they would get, the videos were getting millions of views. So there was a point where there was videos that were getting 10 million views, 12 million views, you know what I mean? A lot of attraction. But, you'll go to my account, you won't really find those videos anymore because I privated a lot of my videos because a lot of the beliefs that I had at the time are different than how what I hold now, and I think I had a lot of misconceptions at the time that I corrected now. So I took them down because I believe that when it comes to views and when it comes to morals, I hold my morals higher than that. So I'm not going to keep something up if I don't really agree with it anymore. But in terms of right now, what I'm putting up now, all I'm putting up now is kind of like to guide people in the correct path. Like if you're not understanding the world you live in and how corrupt it is, then you're blind. So you have to understand like the corruptness you're living in order for you to stray from it and live a positive lifestyle. So I'd say probably like what I'm leaning towards right now is exposing the corruptness of the Western world. That's like if you want to like a theory, it's not even a theory because it's real. Like the corruptness of the Western world and how they're trying to wash it up. Like they're trying to wash everything up. They're trying to make like You understand what I'm saying? How, like, for example, with this
Yeah.
This Quran burning thing, like the way Sweden, like, you know what I'm talking about when the guy burned the Quran in front.
Yeah, in Switzerland, in front of the was it
No,
Turkish
I don't think it was
embassy?
Switzerland,
It
bro.
was in
I
Sweden.
think it was
Sweden.
in Sweden. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Sweden. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry.
And the crazy thing is,
No,
it wasn't.
Switzerland, beautiful country. Yo, why don't tell us about this. So, what exactly, like, real quick, what happened? What was that about?
So this isn't. We're not like this is not a regular civilian that got the Quran and went burned. This is actually a Sweden politician. This was a politician, a Danish Sweden politician that that he took the holy book of Islam, the Quran, and he burnt it in front of the Turkish embassy, knowing that the main religion of Turkey is Islam. He burnt it. So he burnt it in front of the Turkish embassy, so that he can get I don't know if he wants to get a rise out of the Muslims. I don't know if he wants to gain attention for something that he's trying to promote in the future, for whatever reason, for whatever cause that he has going on. But he burnt it, a politician. And the craziest thing about this is Sweden enforced him to do it. Instead of them saying no, this is you're kind of like infringing on people's rights of religion, or the people's rights of human rights. By burning this religious book, no, they enforce him to do it. They say, go ahead and do it. And they have armed police officers around him while he's burning the holy book, so that they can make sure nobody touches him or interrupts him from doing.
Wow.
Time out, bro. So you're saying while he was burning the book, people were like almost guarding him so he could burn the Quran?
So the government of Sweden, they literally had police officers, maybe even higher than police status, standing around him, at least 8, 9, maybe 10 around him in the area to make sure nobody touches him while he's burning it. It was like a statement. If you looked at it, they had, reporters, and they had people standing there already set up and ready to record him while he's burning the book. So it was more so like a statement that they were trying to make, I'm assuming. But after that, all the Middle Eastern countries, all the Muslim countries, they came out and they protested against it, and they truly showed, you can't disrespect Islam. It's not something that you can come out like this. But it's crazy because, I don't really like to talk about other situations regarding other groups of people, but a couple months ago, maybe a couple years ago, in Iowa, a man, he burned the pride flag, the pride flag. He burnt it, and he ended up getting sentenced to, I think it was 15 years in jail. 15 years in jail because he burnt the pride flag, and the reason because he infringed on human rights. I can't remember.
Bro, so another thing I want to say is I feel like with just the way the world's going right now, it's like, okay, so back in the day, there was obviously like, I guess a lot of conflict between religions, right? I feel like now it's a bit more peaceful, it's a bit more settled. It's not like, trying to conquer one religion, whatever. But with that being said, I'm not going to be surprised if we see in the next...
They're not physically trying to conquer. So at the time, what you're talking about is people were physically battling and trying to conquer to have the religion on top. Now it's not a physical thing anymore. Now it's a social movement. How can we...
Right,
yeah.
But that's one thing. I feel like we're going to see that battle again, because if you think about it, right, in terms of all religions, like me personally, whatever religion you are, cool, do your thing, I don't really care. But when it comes to religion, I think we're seeing a lot of people, you're able to disrespect Christianity, you're able to disrespect Catholicism, you're able to disrespect all these other religions, but from an outsider looking in, I feel like Islam is one of the religions where if you disrespect them, you're gonna get like fucking, like, they're gonna come after you, right?
Yeah,
and I think it's also the values, like with Christianity, now apparently it's okay to be gay, but that in the Bible, that's not, okay, you know what I mean?
There's gay priests, there's gay pastors in churches, there's gay churches.
Exactly.
But you know what I want to say? It's, you're 100% right. It's not supposed to be the case, but did you actually notice, bro? That it's crazy that I'm saying this because this sounds so fucking far left, but I think we're actually stepping backwards a bit, bro. You guys, any of you see like the recent Trump campaigns?
Okay.
Like, bro, Yellow Tape. He's like, we're gonna fucking literally. He's like, we're gonna find and charge big pharma doctors who are doing procedures on little kids. And when he said that, I'm like,
school that wants to do same.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
No, okay. So I seen a video on this. So take in, right? So basically, what was Trump doing before? All he was talking about was, we need to make a wall. We need to make a wall. And that was a big thing. Now,
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
campaigning is about, yo, like, fuck the transgender shit, forget, like, this just gender shit for children,
There's
and
no
I think,
such
bro,
thing as a man
like,
playing on a woman's sports team. None of that's gonna happen.
yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
basically
yeah.
going against all that stuff. And yo, if you think about it, right, a lot
He's
of people agree with that, and it makes you think, okay, is Trump actually going to win again in 2024?
Oh, that's
Like,
oh,
whether you like
100%
him
he's
or
gonna
not,
win,
different
bro.
story.
what I was
Different
thinking.
story
100%.
whether you like
Bro,
him or not. But yo, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, and
yeah, but
it's
yo,
actually
I
looking
think.
interesting.
But yo, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think vote wise, bro. Like it's bro. At the end of the day, I don't want to go too much into this either. But like, it's a rigged system. I'm pretty sure count wise, Biden lost. I think Trump got more votes,
Of
but it
course,
was like
I think
certain
that's
states
great.
way
That
more.
plays a part.
Yeah,
Like,
That plays a part.
like they like Trump should have won last one, but they realized not to. And bro, here's the crazy thing, bro. Like again, I'm so confused here because like. You know, when Trump was running campaign last time he was president, everyone's like, Trump's bad, Trump's bad. Now he's saying shit, and maybe because we're older now, I'm like, oh, well, fuck, this guy saying some nice stuff. I fuck with this guy, you know? But here's a challenge, right? And this is what people don't realize is when you're in a minority groups have to support minority groups. Like, so if you're like, back when gays were minority, and let's just say your religion was minority, a minority would team with a minority. And that's what we saw. We saw a lot of minority groups coming together to a point where everything was kind of equal on an equal playing field. But now we're seeing the shift here that like is kind of everything getting head in head. And now we're going to see a lot of things getting debunked, like the LGBTQ. I don't know. I'm just saying based off what I'm seeing, even like, for example, right now is probably the easiest time to be a Muslim. You can go pray wherever, openly express yourself as a religion, where, 9/11 time, you get your ass killed, bro. They were like shooting people because they're practicing religion. I think times of that might return. And I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing either, which is kind of crazy because like that's how shit like corrupt shit is right now.
So in terms of I don't want to cut you off, my phone. In terms of like the left and the right wing stuff, I'm not really too indulged in all that stuff because I feel like it's all also it's a distraction from the higher up as well. Because if you're able to have people join each side, then you're doing you're dividing people. You're dividing people. So you're getting what you want at the end of the day because people are going to clash regardless. If it's not religion, then it's going to be left and right wing.
Yes.
If it's not that, then it's going to be something else.
Yes.
So I don't really fall into that stuff too much.
Sports.
However, with the whole left wing situation, the whole left wing stuff, you got to understand what they're doing. So what you said with the whole minority thing is how they can take all these different minorities and they can put them together so that they can win whatever they want to win, so that they can fit the narrative, whatever they want to fit. They could take, the black minority, they could take the LGBT minority, they could take all these minorities, put them together to fight against one thing. And that's something that the left was very good at the time. They were extremely good at skewing the minds of people and trying to get people on the wrong path by kind of hinging them together. And now, obviously, what you're seeing is a lot more people are waking up. And that's why I said 2 years ago when I first started, the stuff I would say would be more controversial than what I'm saying now. Because a lot more people have woken up to that stuff and they understand how things work. So taking minorities and putting them together, that's not something I see the left being able to do anymore. So now they just got to become a lot more corrupt in what they do and how they do it. Because, they're running out of options. And like you saw with the Trump campaign, whether you like Trump or not, I don't really hold any views against him or with him. But you got to have a sense of respect for what he's doing because in terms of, in terms of the whole corruptness of the Western world, and I can't necessarily say that this is truly him or this is people behind the scenes making him do this or if he's some sort of puppet.
A little bit of both, probably.
Whatever the case may be. But you have to, for what he's saying at least, there has to be some sense of respect for it because he's kind of putting a stop to the corruptness of the West and what they're trying to do, how they're trying to wash things up. And it's not only the West. If you look into Islamic countries like Dubai and other countries as well, unfortunately they're falling into the tricks of the West as well because they see that a lot of people lean towards freedom. And really, what I mean by the word freedom is allowing people to do things and taking it to an extent to see how far it can get. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here. And they're also implementing the same thing in Dubai and in other Islamic countries. So unfortunately, it's spreading beyond the West, sadly. But what Trump's doing is he's saying, instead of us allowing this and growing this and implementing more laws of this weird shit, you know what I mean? We're gonna put an end to this, and we're gonna stop this. And you can't have someone saying that they're a different gender whenever it's only two genders. Different other stuff that he talks about. You know what I mean?
Yo. Okay, time out. Holy smokes, bro. as you're saying this, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, time the fuck out, okay? I don't care if Donald Trump's a good guy or a bad guy, but here's the thing, bro. If you're fucking in the presidential party in politics, bro, you're a puppet. No matter how sick you are, bro. I don't care if you're Trump, Trudeau, you're a puppet, right? Yeah. So anything he's saying, he can't freely be saying. So yo, here's where shit gets crazy, okay? Fuck. Oh my god, I hope this is just me being crazy right now. Okay. So here's where shit gets crazy. If we believe all these politicians are puppets, meaning everything they say or they are planning to say either gets verified or someone tells them what to say, right? Okay. So is this a fucking ploy where Trump says all this stuff about trans people and surgeries and stuff just so they could fucking rally up? We need more trans money. We need more money here. Fuck Trump. Like, bro, are they just making him the fucking anti-hero so they can push more fucking agendas in that direction?
Psychology over there.
Bro, cause take it in. If Top G says what fucking Trump is saying, boom, gone. He's canceled even more, bro. There's some that they shoot him, but Trump, he's protected, bro, with money, with politics, and the government. So is this just a fucking anti-hero play where they're like, yo, Trump, sorry, but you gotta take the bullet here. You gotta say this shit. We're gonna hit lots of fucking negative heat your way, and we're gonna be able to push more money into this, launder more money into this, get more kids, bro. I don't know. Am I just fucking crazy? Oh my god.
Those types of realizations, like what you had, those types of realizations are exactly why I tell people don't fall into tricks of politics. Don't fall into the choosing sides. The Democrats, the Republicans, left wing, right wing.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take a break from theories real quick and let's divert it back to like you and social media. So obviously you know how to get the views, bro. That's not a doubt. And it seems like you enjoy what you're passionate about. Like just by talking to you, I can tell you're passionate about the things to talk about. So how does this tie in as like a business, right? Like, are you monetizing this? Is there a way you're making money off this? Is it good money? Is it just a little bit?
So I never really, in the time when I first started doing this, I never really did it for the sake of money or for the sake of personal gain. But I more so did it because I really truly wanted to help people with situations like this or with things that I believed in. If I believed in something, I wanted somebody else to look into it and understand what I'm saying, speak truth in a sense. So that's kind of how I started. And I always told myself anytime, like, for example, whether it's a monetized video or if I'm earning from sponsorships or from earning from, companies or whatever the case may be, I always told myself, two things you never get lost in. Don't ever get lost in the money. Don't ever get lost in the views. If you feel that you're not getting enough views on a certain topic or a situation, that doesn't necessarily mean that you drop the topic or you stop talking about it because, it's not getting views. All it means is that, it's not something that's going to be pushed out. So keep talking about that. Keep making videos about that content, about that stuff.
Yo, so tell us, bro, what are some ways you're monetizing your page? You do sponsors? You selling anything? What are you up to?
So basically, I got a couple of sponsors here and there. I got a couple companies, that sponsor me. And I try to keep my sponsors within, my type of content. For example, if it's like if it's a health or a nutrition company, or if it's something that has to do with benefiting yourself, growing yourself, something Islamic, anything of that nature, then I'll gladly, sponsor it. I work with companies like that. Of course, you monetize videos and stuff like that, but I'm not here for the monetary gain. I'm more so here just for the gain of helping people understand and helping people grow within, realize the truth of certain things.
Are you doing content creation full time, or do you have to have a side hustle? Are you working?
Nah, I'm more so like at the point where I'm at now. I don't do it full time, and it's not something that because you understand that you get lost. A lot of people really don't understand this, man, but when you do something so much, you get lost in the sauce. You just don't. Oh yeah. You lose momentum of who you truly are because now you're just trying to please everyone. Oh, views came in, time to please everyone. Views came in, gotta make another one. I gotta make another video, and you'll see this a lot with content creators that don't really, have it. Like their content is meaningless, so they'll do anything. They'll do anything to please people.
They'll make the same video 3 times in the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that a little too confidently, bro. You got a story on it there?
Yeah, it's like, in a sense, it's like people will get lost, and that's human nature.
Yeah.
Human nature. We're not robots. We're humans, and people base themselves off feelings. And if they feel like they're doing good with views, then they'll make that video 10 times again and change up one little thing about it because they want to chase. They want to chase like a certain thing. They want to chase a specific thing, but you'll never reach that. As much times as you can get lost in stuff, you'll never reach what you're truly looking for because it'll never do anything for you. But so that's why I kind of step back from this stuff and I come in what's it called? What's the word? In what's that word, man? What's that word? It's like when you do something in moderation. I come in moderation. So if there's something if there's something I want to talk about and I feel like it's something that people need to hear about and people aren't really understanding, and I'm like, come on, man, y'all gotta understand this, and nobody's getting it, then I'm gonna come and make a video about it. And that's like that's the privilege that I have, alhamdulillah, where if people aren't understanding something, I can step up and kind of like talk about it and really like help people understand what I'm trying to like put in words, and then people will look into it more, and it'll kind of like open up a conversation. So that's like the blessing that I can have with this. But like I said, I come in moderation. I don't really do anything. I'm not consistent. I could definitely say that. You can look at my account. I'm not consistent at all, especially over these past 2 years. I don't really keep a consistent basis. I just come, post what I need to post, get my message out there to the people, allow people to understand what I got to talk about, and then get off. You know what I mean?
Crazy. And so what do you do? What do you do? Like, you work, or you do something else? You run a business? Like, what's the other side? No,
I'm in school. Yeah, I'm in school right now. I'm studying biology, trying to get into the medical field. Because, like I said, man, I feel like a life with no help, like if you live a life not helping people, you know, we kind of live a meaningless life. And when I say helping people, you don't have to help people with money. You don't just have to help people with, you know, whatever the case may be. You could, like what you guys are doing with this podcast. This is helping people. You know what I mean? When you guys bring people on here, and even when you guys speak your own truth yourselves, and you're helping a lot of people understand and realize certain things, you guys are helping people. You know what I mean? And kind of same thing with like my videos with content. Other people do the same thing too. You're helping people. So I feel like a life would not help it, like when you're not, you know, helping other people and helping other people. I feel like that's a meaningless life. So I want to move, you know, the medical field, find something I want to do in that. Move on. Go to, you know, I'm from Sudan, so I want to go to Sudan, help out the people that need, help out the people that don't got it, like how people here got it in the corrupt Western world. They don't have it like how people have it here. So I want to go help them out, help other countries.
Nah, that's so dope. Well, bro, okay, so, I want to say two things real quick. The first thing is, the reason earlier when I asked you, do you draw a line, is because, bro, here's the issue I find with people who are too deep into conspiracy theories and all this stuff, and also people who get too deep into like meditation and mindfulness. They almost go into an extreme where they become like, I don't know, dull, or like, for lack of better words, they become like crazy. Like when you talk to them, they just fucking, they sound like almost like they're brainwashed, or there's something fucking missing.
It's like a personality trait. It's like
bro, but it's like worse than that. They literally sound like slow and like chill and like I don't want to disrespect nobody, but like me and my boy were talking about that the other day. I'm like, bro, like, because I practice meditation, right? And I'm like, bro, like the only reason I'm doing this is because like I don't know, maybe I have ADHD, my mind spins, so I'm like, I'm just doing it to chill, like just to chill out, right? I don't want to be like these yogis. I'm like sitting on a rock for 2 hours, like nah, I'm trying to get a quick fix here, right? I'm glad you said that, because so I'm glad you say that. Like you're like you post your shit, you leave, you come back when you need to, and then you're building something on the side. That's awesome. Abdul, it's so funny, bro. Me and Radies said an ongoing thing. He always roasts me. I say I'm trying to move to Miami for the tax benefits. Florida in general, the state, right? Yeah. You actually live in Florida. Looks like you're practicing Muslim, obviously, right? The biggest problem with Florida, for like, you know, Radies says, like, he don't want to go down. He's like, yo, I'm single. I'm going to get in trouble. He's not trying to come down. I'm married, alhamdulillah. So if I did come down, I'd be with my wife. But so talk about this real quick, because, you know, even Tate calls like Miami, what does he say, the godless city or whatever. Yeah. Were you always religious, or is this something that came later in life to kind of protect you from this? And not even to go on a religious rabbit hole, but just for like the entrepreneurs out here, you know, Iman calls it monk mode. Some guys say semen retention, or like all this crazy stuff. Like, what's your perspective on that? Living in such a place, because, you know, it's hot all the time. There's women, there's distractions. Like, what's your point of view on that?
So, you know, alhamdulillah, like from a young age, I've always been religious. I've been raised religious. Okay. Especially, you know, where I come from, or the country I'm from, it's like inevitable for you to not be raised religious. So I was always raised a religious guy. Okay. And I always had a connection and a relationship with God, with Allah. So that wasn't always a problem, but I feel like there was a point in time where I definitely had to strengthen my deen. I had to strengthen my faith. There was a point in time where like I was lacking, and I'm like, okay, this could be the reason why a lot of things, you know, might not be going your way mentally, spiritually, whatever the case may be. And so I had to strengthen it. And it's like you see the same thing with a lot of other people. Like, for example, Tate, you know, a man like Tate spitting truth, knowledge, and he has everything. He doesn't feel like he's lacking on anything. But he still converted.
Mm-hmm.
He still converted to Islam, and he still made that.
Mm-hmm.
Took his shahada. Why? Not because not because he gained anything from it in the dunya, but he knew that he needed he needed like strength spiritually, and he knew that Islam was where it's at. So like you said, with the godless city or whatever the case may be with Miami, well, Miami's corrupt, man. It's very corrupt, and it's not like it's not like you go there and you sit at a beach and shit and you see how corrupt it is. No, it's like the deep cores of Miami, like these parties where all these celebrities. It's like LA, bro. Miami's starting to become like LA. I'll be honest with you. Like LA has always been like that, but Miami's like leaning towards more of that too, because all the people from LA are going to Miami, and all the people think that Miami is like LA, so now everybody's turning into the same thing. And it's like you got all these weird parties and all these weird things done by people, and it's because nobody has faith. Nobody understands that there's good and bad. People just want to live a life of fun.
And I think a lot of people now aren't really taking in the fact that all actions have consequences, right?
Yeah,
like, especially whether that's like sleeping around or whether that's just absolutely getting plastered every weekend, or multiple days a week for that matter. Like I think people don't really understand that like your mind, body, and spiritual connection is a real thing. So if you're starting to harm yourself in one aspect, it's other aspects as well that are going to be affected. And I think just with the party, because I'm not gonna lie, I had a very what do we call it, a phase where I was going out doing the partying, doing this, that, whatever, and I slowly, like, obviously with certain people kind of advising me and certain people in my life saying, yo, don't you think you should slow down a bit? I was like, in my head, I was like, no. And then eventually I started to realize, yeah, okay, I should probably slow down. I should probably, chill out. And obviously I have done that. But I think it's a lesson that I needed. And I think it's something that people sometimes do go through, but some people get lost and they don't realize, yes, sometimes you have consequence, right? Like, and one thing I say is spiritual bankruptcy, right? One of the main things is like when you're doing shit like cheating on people, or if you're doing certain things where you're like, like kind of like not really, but like, you have to pour into your own soul, right? And when you're not doing that type of stuff, I call it spiritual bankruptcy. I talked to one of my friends. I'm like, yo, bro, because he'll like rant to me. If you know who you are, you know who you are. Shout to you. But if he sees this, he'll tell me like, yo, I feel bad about this. I'm like, yeah, bro, you hit spiritual bankruptcy. I just say it as a joke. I don't know if it's an actual thing or not. It just sounds cool. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, well, yo, let's wrap this up because this podcast has been fire so far. I want everyone to leave a like wherever you're listening on, leave a review, all that good stuff. Shout to StockPick, of course. And yo, okay, so we're gonna move on to our actually, before we do that, do you have any final questions for us or anything else you want to go over?
Nah, honestly, I feel like we touched on a lot of important things this podcast. And one thing I wanted to say, man, I want you guys, all the viewers, everyone that's tuned in, I want you guys to stay tuned in with the Seeking Success podcast, because I'm not gonna lie, what they're doing is amazing, mashallah. Like, they're spreading truth, but they're also spreading it through, different ways. And it's like, you could take something from this, man. You could take a lot from this podcast. So I feel like you guys really need to stay tuned in with them and stay, focused, stay woke. That's how they say it. Stay woke. You know what they say?
Yeah. Appreciate the love, bro.
So, okay, we're going to get into our rapid fire round. So basically, we're going to be saying a word or a couple words, and you have to...
Yo, sorry, Radies, hold on. I actually got one last question, bro. Can we super quickly, bro, like, I guess maybe give us a short answer for this real quick. What supplements are you taking? I notice, like, especially people in this whole, like, conspiracy theory realm, they're always taking, like, the mushroom stuff, the lion's mane, the ashwagandha. Can you talk about that on a super, we obviously want to wrap this up, but...
Yeah, so basically it's not nothing out of the ordinary. And I don't think, I'll be honest with you, maybe at the time, maybe 2 years ago, it was more so like how you said, the conspiracy theory realm or that type of side of stuff. But I feel like now a lot more people are starting to use these things, and whether or not they're into the woke thing, it's more so like a nutritious thing, a health thing. Like earlier, whenever Radies, I said it correctly.
Radies.
Earlier, whenever he brought up the physical health and all that stuff, I feel like something you can do for your physical health too is supplements. So, I mean, personally, I take ashwagandha. I started taking maca root recently too. Obviously, I work out, so I got to take creatine.
Okay.
But I mean, other than that, black seed oil is very good. I'd say a lot of people need to touch on, use black seed oil. It has a lot of benefits to it. Mentioned in the Quran too, but it's very, very good for you. Just try to keep it natural. Try to stray away from all the fake foods.
So you're natty, bro. You're natty.
Natty, of course.
Okay.
Yo, and then, bro, quick time again for short form content. What's it called? What are some benefits of taking ashwagandha, and how soon would you see them?
So basically, ashwagandha. I mean, it all depends on what you're looking to use it for, because it has multiple benefits. If it's like one of the benefits, the big benefits of it is stress relief. So if you feel like you need better quality better quality sleep, and you want to stray away from stress and you want to relieve it a little bit, what it does is it kind of suppresses your emotions a little bit to keep you in a I don't know how to put it. I don't want to say a dull mindset, but it's
like a calm state.
A calm state of mind, and you'll see that right away. Not everybody will have the same results, of course, but you'll see that right away with ashwagandha, where it'll keep you in that calm state of mind. It also has other benefits. It boosts testosterone. It makes you very sharp. So a lot of people, they complain. They say, "Oh, my mind is foggy. My brain is foggy. I'm not in it 100% today." Things like ashwagandha, things like makaru, they'll increase blood flow, increase testosterone, a whole bunch of things. It'll just sharpen the way you think, sharpen the way you go about doing things, and it'll just make things a lot more clear for you. But of course, like I said, everyone has different, everyone
right on.
has, you hear me?
Yo, I want to quickly say too, that's funny. Isn't it, okay, fucking, oh my god. So people talk about, oh, my brain is foggy, I can't think straight, I can't remember shit. And you go look at their diet. They're eating fucking shit. You go look at what they do. They're freaking jerking off all day and staying at home and doing nothing with their lives. And they're drinking alcohol and they're doing drugs. And they go, oh, my brain is foggy, bro. Yeah, no shit, dummy. Like, what the hell? I don't get it, man. This was crazy.
People, yeah. Some people, they're just so lost, in the plot that they literally, they want to blame everything else for their own actions. Masturbation, your diet is shitty. You're eating too much, because a lot of people don't understand carbs are a big reason as to why you might have a foggy mindset. It's not meat; it's actually carbs. Intaking too much carbs is gonna make you feel like shit. Whether that's you eating sandwiches, pizza, all that extra stuff. And then in terms of the masturbation stuff, it's 2022. I mean, actually, it's 2023.
2023, bro.
It's 2023.
2023.
Yeah. It's 2023. You're still partaking in those delirious acts, those acts that take you nowhere. They do nothing for you. They have no benefit for you. It's like you're an animal and you have no control over yourself to the point where you have to self-relieve yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's a very weird way of living a life, but it's something that a lot of people have to wake up to. And I'm happy that a lot of people are starting to realize that, fixing up their diets. More people hitting the gym. Yeah. It's a good thing, everything a lot of bad has to happen for a lot of good to happen. But if you start partaking in that stuff, you got to get your shit together, because honestly, if you don't understand that your body is the most important thing that you have to take care of, in a sense of spiritual, faith, physical, because whatever you want to do with your life, it's your body is what's going to perform it. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're not your 100% best state, you know what I mean? Like, I saw my boy Umar, he posted his little ice bath on his story. I don't know if it was the other day. Cleans out your toxins, sharpens your mind. Ice bath is very important, especially after you work out. Sauna, ice bath. You know what I mean? A lot of these things are very important. Taking care of your health is something you want to prioritize, because you can't necessarily do anything if you're not at your 100% best state. You know what I mean? Especially as a man, you can't be doing this stuff as a man, and expecting change, 100%. Expecting growth. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
100.
Okay. Fire.
Awesome.
All right.
Hey, yo, and last question. Sorry, before we jump into the rapid fire round, and this is a super quick one, bro. How old are you, man?
Just turned 19 in January.
Nah, I had a feeling, bro. Because, fam, you come across, bro, knowledge-wise, as a fucking older head. But, just from the way you look, not that you fucking look bad, but you look young, and then fucking you're still in school, and it sounds like you're still getting your undergrad. So this guy must be young or just fucking slow.
Bro, look at how ahead he is at the age of
crazy.
Appreciate
bro.
You. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Yo, trust, bro. Yo, you keep doing what you're doing, fam. Take it in. Just bro, forget the long term. Just by the time you turn our age, because we're Radies 22, I'm 23. Bro, by the time you hit 23, fam, you might already be a fucking doctor, bro. You might have 1 million, 2 million followers. Bro, you're building fast, man. Inshallah, by the will of God.
By the time you get to our age, bro, you're gonna be
crushing it, bro. Holy.
Yeah, anyone can do it, bro. It isn't a matter of age. It's a matter of locking in, staying focused, and understanding the truth of what you have to do. Because if you do it at a much sooner age, then you can, you know, reach whatever you want to reach a lot earlier. You understand? But
I think right now we're filming episode
12, 13?
15 maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're about 15 episodes deep. And I want to, so we ask every single guest what their most motivating person is. Yo, but Radies, who's your most motivating person of all time, bro?
Yo, it's crazy that I was just thinking that, like, while, like, listening.
Yeah.
I think I know mine. I'd say Elon Musk.
That's dope. That's
Who'd
actually
you
fire. Do you want to elaborate why?
Yeah, bro, okay, so Elon Musk, this guy, people don't know, he started PayPal, he started WinRAR.
Yes.
There were times where he was...
Oh, he started WinRAR?
Yeah.
No way. What the flip?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Okay, sorry. Continue.
I might be... I don't know if he was the exact founder or if he was on the founding team, but yeah, he's part of WinRAR. And people don't understand that, like, Elon literally came here, like, to the Western world from South Africa, right? People don't understand that, like, he literally... Tesla was about to go bankrupt multiple times, and he literally said, yeah, like, if I don't fix this within a couple... I think it was, like, weeks or something, Tesla will go bankrupt. And he's, like, bro, he gets shit on more than, like, fucking, bro, I'd argue he gets shit on just as much as Trump, right? He always gets shit on. People hate him. And I think that just continue to operate at a high level. He has all these companies, Tesla, Neuralink, SpaceX, the Boring Company, all these things going on. I think it's insane. And he also, like, bro, he's like, not now, but at one point he's the richest man in the world, and he was still working harder than fucking everyone. So
yeah,
it's insane. But, Umar, who's your most motivating person, or second most?
Yo, non-religious most motivating person, bro. It's really tough actually. I actually have a couple guys on top of my head, bro. I think if we have to pick,
you gotta pick one, bro. It's the rapid fire round.
Oh man, flip. Can I pick two, bro?
Sure, bro. I'll give you two.
Okay, I think it's really hard. I just threw you guys, but I'll just pick my two favorites. They're literally like second and second. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger and
what'd you say, bro?
Ford. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my god! Why you always do this to me, bro? Why you always do this to me, bro? Yo, dude, can I get a pass, bro? I'm joking. Bro, but you know what's actually crazy?
Wait, who was the second one?
Henry Ford.
Oh, Henry Ford. Okay.
The guy who created Ford. Well, not just Ford Motor Vehicle. If it wasn't for him, we would probably still have horse carriages right now, right? But here's the crazy thing, bro. Yo, here's the crazy thing. Okay, Abdul said Muhammad Ali. You said Elon, and let's just say I picked only Arnold. I picked Arnold. Here's the crazy thing, bro.
Yeah.
All three of these guys were Renaissance men, and what I mean by that is they weren't just great at one thing; they're great at multiple things, right? For example, Muhammad Ali, obviously, arguably one of the best boxers of all time, depending on what area you're from. And okay, we'll give him that spot on this podcast at least. Okay, number two, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but do you know he was a Grammy-winning artist? Muhammad Ali.
What?
He was a poet. A Grammy-winning... Fact check it, bro. He was a Grammy-winning artist.
Time out, bro. I don't follow Grammy.
Music. He was making music. Music, yeah. Oh. He's an award-winning artist, bro. A lot of people don't know this. Politician. He was a Renaissance man. He was great at so many different things. He had, if I'm not mistaken, he has 7 or 9 children. So family man. He was a mix of everything. Elon, you already talked about it. PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, a bunch of things, right? Yeah. And then even Arnold Schwarzenegger, 19-year-old professional bodybuilder, movie actor at one of the highest levels. At one point, he was one of the highest paid actors, and then going on to be the governor of California and still being around in the space, right? So all these great men we look up to, they're Renaissance men. They're not like, no disrespect to like LeBron, but they're not just good at basketball. That's the only thing they're good at. Yeah, they're good at like so many different things. Put some respect. Okay. Not LeBron. Okay, not LeBron, but like that's it. You know what? You're right. LeBron's a businessman. I don't watch basketball, but I'm assuming there's some basketball player who's only good at basketball that's not doing anything else. Maybe they're early and eventually they will, but the ones we look up to are Renaissance men. They're good at a lot of different things. Yeah. So this is the Seeking Success podcast. The reason why I asked for these is the second you said Muhammad Ali, and I'm like, damn, I'd had a pattern noticing like people usually say someone great. These great people are not just known for one thing, man. They crush in a variety of different fields. Yeah, well, that one wraps this one up, guys. If you enjoy watching content like this, what are you doing? Smash the subscribe button. Big shout to StockPick, literally powering the podcast. Make sure you download their app. First link in the description. I'm going to put all of Abdullah's links in the description below as well. Make sure you give him a follow. He's putting out some fire content, guys. Again, he's not a typical content creator. He ain't pumping garbage. He's only making content he's passionate about. So make sure you shoot him a follow. And that's just up. Until next time, stay seeking success.
Take it easy, guys.